This is Barnstable Today for Friday, April 3rd. Welcome aboard. I'm Mark Mumford. And just a quick reminder that you can find the meetings we cover on demand at the town's website, town.barnstable.ma.us.
The town council gets an update on the Hyannis homelessness scenario. That's our focus today. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kevin Friel.
Last evening's presentation was handled by the co-chairs of a homelessness subcommittee associated with the Hyannis Main Street Initiative.
Those co-chairs are Estelle Fritzinger and Mary LeClaire.
Nice to be here. For you who don't know me, I am Mary LeClaire and Estella Fritzinger. And we're here tonight to give you an update. Good evening, and thank you for inviting us here tonight to give you an update on our progress so far with the Main Street Initiative. When we first took on this project, we knew it was going to be a work in progress, and that's exactly what it is. And we needed a definite plan. I'm a great person for saying you need a plan. And that's the first thing we did. Our first meeting took place with over 40 individuals from all sides of the problem. And we supplied you with handouts tonight, which is going to give you backup information. It wouldn't be possible for us to actually just stand here and tell you everything that we have done since we started. But we also want to answer any questions that you have for us. We started out with a plan, and it's a good plan. It's an 8-step plan, which you have a copy of in your work tonight. First, we had to identify the population that we were working for and with. And having the people that we were talking about have no apparent housing, or if they do have housing, no apparent way to occupy their time and engage in behavior that's not only disruptive, but often illegal. This resulted into a situation that's threatened the security to others, from businesses to visitors and people living in the neighborhoods involved. The subcommittee, which consists of police, the court system, district attorneys, several social service agencies, business people, both local and state political leaders, civic associations, and the Chamber of Commerce have all been working together to make this happen.
The task force focused initially on determining who among the folks on the street need the most immediate attention.
What we recognized we needed to do was define and identify Tier 4 population in Hyannis. And we've given for you there what the state considers as a this is what it looks like, a Tier 4 individual. We decided that obviously we couldn't take care of everything at once, so we wanted to start with those that were the most problematic on Main Street in Hyannis and hopefully allay some of the concerns of the business district and of the residents. We began to conduct needs assessments. The second portion of that was conducting persistent and consistent street outreach and engagement. Those two committees have morphed into one now, which will be something we'll go into in a few minutes on a separate sheet of paper. We did work with the police department, the human service department. I'm trying to remember. Well, a lot of stakeholders were there, and we identified, and there's a question as to whether it's 92 or 95 individuals who were the most chronic issues, either to the social service agencies or the police department within the town of Hyannis. And those were the individuals that we chose to target first. Because of confidentiality concerns, you do not have the list of the individuals in front of you. They're due their privacy. But everybody who has been on the steering committee has had it with no names identified other than those case managers that are working on it. But what literally happened was the police department met with Health and Human Service folks. We sat down and went through the entire list to make sure that we were addressing all the issues of people who people had had concerns with. And so any duplication of somebody that showed up on both the Human Service list and the police department was taken care of in that way. As I said, 1 and 2 then became one group that we'll talk about in a minute.
Estelle Fritzinger wrapped up the presentation to the town council by focusing on where the process goes from here.
Obviously, the hardest work was the creation of this plan, and one of the most vital parts of the whole plan was around task 1 and 2, which is the identification of those individuals that are considered to be an issue. And what do we do with that? Claire Goyer from Duffy Health has been convening this group. The list of individuals on it has expanded, but representatives from the Police Department, Duffy, the Department of Mental Health, a Community Action Committee, HAC, and others who provide services to these population are working on the group. Case management teams are being created for each of the individuals. This is a process that's started. I'm confident we'll be hearing results from them soon. I have staff members who are sitting on it. Part of the problem is, as I just spoke to Claire today, as we looked at it, we recognized that all of the individuals do not necessarily have anyone who's been working with them, so there is a need to put that part in place. And obviously everybody's stretched pretty thin on that, but they are working on this. In the meantime, there are individuals whose issues are being addressed at this time. There are folks that have a case management team working with them. We are also aware that a couple of the individuals that were listed are incarcerated or have left the area, so the list continues to be fine-tuned. The outreach workers are being responsive to concerns voiced by the business and the resident community. Obviously, one of the concerns that has been voiced is that there is a desire to have the number of beds at Noah Shelter decreased. Some would ask for it to be entirely eliminated. I can't speak for HAC, but for now the goal is to decrease the population and then to have Noah be an emergency shelter only for a limited amount of individuals as we move forward with this. So that is part of it. The recognition that many individuals come from other locations and may be better served with a supportive atmosphere in that locale is a key component of this entire plan and in all the work that is being done with this workforce. Whenever possible, that is where we're trying to, quote, send people back. Individuals will be guided to their community of origin. In addition, individuals who arrive in Hyannis, who fall within this population, will be guided back to communities of origin right away, so that will help. One of the concerns, obviously, is how much will this cost? Where will it come from? How will it be monitored? I don't have all the answers for you. I wish that I did. We may never have it pinned down exactly what number, as there will always be ebbs and flows of individuals who either become a problem or who become homeless for a variety of reasons. But we can tell you that prior to asking for any additional staffing resources, the Leadership Council is putting together first a case management matrix so that we're sure that we have the most accurate information about who can help these individuals without duplicating services and making sure that we're using the monies most effectively. When there will be a need for resources, it may be around that. It will also be around adequate housing alternatives and subsidy monies for some individuals to support that. There may be a need for case management dollars again, but it's premature to speculate on the amounts right now, and so what we need to do is address these individuals and move forward with it. The citizens have also expressed a desire, which is really great, to help where they can, and we'll reach out to them where it is appropriate. A subgroup from the steering committee will continue to monitor the progress of the group and report back to the community at large. I commend the town of Barnstable, and especially Councilor Barton, who I've had the opportunity to work with and has long been a champion for addressing the needs of the homeless and those at risk of homeless in a proactive and compassionate fashion, and to getting past all of the arguments so that we could move forward. While the task is not yet complete, it's obviously well on its way at this time. We recognize that in any urban area there will always be issues like this that arise, but Barnstable's addressing the issue with everybody as a stakeholder there.
The task force will be holding a public information session documenting their efforts on the 28th of this month with a venue and other specifics to be determined.
Meanwhile, as far as the town calendar is concerned, there are no meetings scheduled for this Friday evening.
Thanks for joining us today. I'm Kevin Friel.
We'll meet you right back here on Monday. I'm Mark Mumford.